What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Base Legend. I don't have anything else after that. I just figured go big or go home, right? That makes the most sense. So here we are back in Green Hell. That's the name of the game. Oh, I'm not in the right TikTok account. I need to fix that up. What up, Master? If the time has come already? Already? I know I'm 30 minutes behind schedule and I wasn't even supposed to do this today. But oh well. All right, let me get into my TikTok account. Vert is better. Well, that's exciting for you. Hang on, let's see here. Need to log into TikTok. Easiest way to log into TikTok is to just hold my phone up at the screen here. Hang on, let me just make sure I'm logged into the right account. Yup, I am. Awesome. Cool. Let's get logged into TikTok so I can see this chat, and then I'll do all the other ones. Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. So I hope everybody's, what day is it? Thursday? Hope everybody's Thursday is going well. And you guys are having a good time. All right, refresh this. There's the TikTok chat. How you doing, TikTok? Good to see you. All right, cool. Now we got that one done. So now we just got to get a couple of these other feeds. In the meantime, enjoy all of my cluttered desktop. I hope you guys are enjoying that. That's super fun. I guess it's super fun. Is it fun? Is it fun? Is that the right way to phrase this? It's fun? I don't know. Chum is fun. You guys remember that from SpongeBob? That's on my mind constantly. One of the best marketing ploys of all time. All right, there's one done, and we pop out the chat. Cool. Awesome. And then we head over here, and then we do this one. Vert is better, Master of Food. Finally saw that comment. Green Hell is the name of the game. Awesome. On, done. This one, save. Cool. Okay. All right. Got that done. Now we just got to pop out this chat and move this one over here. And then grab TikTok and then move this over here. Haha, see? See? Making that progress. One of these days I'll just like keep one of my desktops like laid out this way so I can see it properly or something like that. I don't know. Probably won't do that. Okay. Anything else I need to do over there? I don't think I have to do anything else over there. That was like record time. That wasn't that bad. All right, day 81. Wow, we only did 3 days yesterday. That's crazy. That's craziness. Literal insanity. Okay, let's head into, let me just put up another monitor real fast here. Bam. Cool. Hanging out like this. All right, so we're going to get back to working on our airport city build here. Last time we finished the animal husbandry areas. This time around, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for saying hi. I'm not even going to, I'd want to pronounce that. Is it Zrir? Zri? I don't know. You're going to have to give me a hint if you want me to pronounce that username. I'm really bad with names. Ah, it's delicious. That's that Dubby mystery flavor. So good. Hey, Toby. Good to see you again there, buddy. Let's get back into our build here. So last time we did the animal pens and a few other things. What up, notification? See, I think it's funny when people try to do stuff like that because here on Streamlabs, it shows like just your whole handle and everything like that. And so that was pretty funny. I haven't gotten any animals, Toby, but I have set up the pens. Oh, are you like frozen over here, Green Hell? What's going on? It looks like we might be a little frozen here. Let's try to get back in here. There it goes. It's starting to load up again, I guess. But either way, everybody just ignore notification. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put this dude in timeout. Silly, silly Billy. Ridiculousness. All right, there we go. We got a flashing loading screen again. Dude, I just love that on my end of things. It says user notification says warning. It's like, what do you think this is? Amateur hour over here? Oh my goodness. I don't know what's taking so long aside from the fact that this is a massive build and it's just that big to load. But I might even crash this game just trying to get it going again. Can we do something here? Huh? What's going on here, Green Hill? Yeah, I think let's see. Oh, there. It's finally going. It's finally going after I tried to crash out of it. There we go. All right, home sweet home. Let's see, we need to get our carbs up. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, King. How you doing, buddy? All right, we need carbs. And that's about it, actually. It's just some carbs. Whew. Man, it takes, when you first get into this base, it takes a very, very long time to kind of just let everything load in. Hang on, let me get my chats back on the screen because I clicked away. I have not gotten animals yet, Toby, but if you're still in chat, I don't know if you're there or not. What's going on up there with these leaves? Craziness. But yeah, I don't listen to Mr. Lamar. I don't know who that is. I finished the animal pens. I need to finish building out the actual troughs and stuff, as you can see. But that requires some other stuff. Let me get some carbs real quick so I'm not tired. Of course I remember you, Assassin's Creed. I definitely remember you. I was actually, the reason I remember is because I was cutting some shorts the other day, and one of them was entitled something Assassin's Creed, and I was like, I'm playing Green Hell. What are you talking about? So there you go. I don't know if you should remember that dude or not. I think that might be a personal decision or choice. Not 100% on that. All right, let's get some shut-eye. It looks like I didn't take very good care of myself at the end of the day here. So let's go get some sleep. I'm not going to bother killing that pig. Yeah, just get some sleep. That's why I try to do that at the end of stream so that way I can just dive right into the exciting parts of stream. You know what I mean? Let's get back to it. All right, get some sleep. And then I'm thinking I got to just go do that mud real fast. Oh, no, you're good, Assassin's Creed. I was saying I remember you because I was cutting some shorts the other day, and one of our AI-generated ones popped up, and it was talking about Assassin's Creed. And I had no idea why it was talking about Assassin's Creed when I was playing, like, Grounded or something like that. And so it was really, really trippy. And so I went back into the why side of things, and sure enough, it's because you were in chat at the time. So I remember that name very clearly. King. No, we're not going to do stuff like that on this channel, okay? Even if you're quoting anything, I don't want to see any slurs like that. You understand? Censored or not, you understand? That's one and only warning there. All right, let me go ahead and grab the cart, and then we are off. Actually, you know what? Forgot I had all these bamboo sticks, and I kind of don't want to lose the bamboo sticks. So let's toss them in here. I would prefer if you didn't try to skirt around anything that I'm saying, but I'll just leave it at that there, King. I hear one. I hear a puma. I heard a pig too, but I hear a puma. I'm trying not to get attacked as soon as I walk away, so I'm just going to keep going this way. Okay, maybe it wasn't a puma. Either way, first order of business is we are off to go get some grass. Hey, Nick. Hey, Charlie. Good to see you both. Yeah, I'm totally down for some Project Zomboid on Sunday. Let me sync up with 17 and maybe even Jay this time. But I would be totally down for that. King, you can say it. I'm not sure anybody's going to understand what you're talking about, like the last couple of streams where it just didn't really make sense what you were saying. But either way, but I'm doing very well, Assassin's Creed. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. And I'm perfectly okay with that. But again, I'm not going to let y'all put any slurs in chat, whether they're lyrics or quotes or any otherwise. It's just that simple, King. You understand? You're trying to be a creator too. Got to learn these rules if you want to be on this platform. It's that simple. All right, we'll get you back to your truck there, Nick. And I only crashed it because of its terrible handling and poor engineering. Engineering? Is that what it is? The engine was terrible. We'll just say that. All right, let's go get the last mud. Hopefully the last of the mud that we need. We're probably going to need so much more mud. Probably going to need so much more mud. Yeah, speaking of exactly what you're saying there, King, there's a great video of a Kendrick Lamar concert, and they bring this little white girl up on stage, and they have her just like kind of like sing the lyrics and all that stuff, and she gets to the N-word and the song, and she proceeds to just start singing it, and then the entire crowd just goes angry and very, 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 very upset with her. And kind of rightfully so. And even though things are in lyrics, just not good enough. Not worthwhile. Terrible engine? What? Wait, I'm very confused. What's a terrible engine? I remember us slightly talking about this. Oh, you're talking about the engine in the Nick's truck. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible, terrible engine, Nick. Terrible engine. All right, where's my Croc? What up, Croc? You're coming with me today. Yeah. Yeah, what you know about this? What do you know about this, Croc? Collect this trophy. We're going to go take care of this first. It was a good truck, but the engine was, like, terrible on it. Seriously? I'm going to be over-encumbered with that? Hang on, let me ditch. I don't need this Cayman. I should bring the Cayman meat back with me. Hang on, let me see what happens when I ditch these bones. And one piece of Cayman meat. Really? Okay. I'll ditch this plank too. How's that? Nope, not enough. Ditch these sticks. Love it. Okay, there we go. Now we can bring the Cayman trophy back. That was a cool truck, don't get me wrong. But the thing is we're going to get it and you're going to make that truck so much better because, you know, you're like a big mechanic and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And so that would be the best bet. Hang on, I got turned around. Got a little turned around here. This way. Yeah. He did a great mechanic job on it. I mean, it was hot wired, and the engine that when I left, the engine was like it's probably 10%. Either way, we'll go get that truck next time, Nick. I'll make sure we get it. So I'm pretty excited that we found this out last time. It's unfortunate because that means that I got to camp out in map 1 for a while until I get attacked by a jaguar. But yeah, the fact that you can use the exploit to get like trophy heads and stuff like that to the next levels. Oh, that makes me so happy. Gonna be able to deck out the airport base with like everything that's not available at the airport. I'm in my 30s. How old am I? 35. That's what it is. I know I look like I'm like 18 or something like that. But yeah, I'm 35. I mean, but see, the thing is virtual reality isn't going to kill you. You know what I mean, Nick? And so there's a reason why humans made virtual reality, because it's not going to kill you. And so, I don't know, just how I've always viewed it. Drop this guy right here. All right, so now we can head on back to the base. Can I put this in here? Is that going to stay? Is it seriously going to stay? That's so cool. I'm kind of surprised that you can put it like in a... I don't know if it would stay in there, but that's kind of cool. That's awesome. That's awesome, Assassin's Creed. That's what I'm excited about too. Like I got 2 young kids too. And so I love getting to introduce them to certain things like games and all of that fun stuff. And so I recently brought it out a little too early, but I pulled out my old Sega that my wife gave me several years ago. And man, just the look on my daughter's face when I pulled that out, she was like, "Oh my gosh, games for me!" I was just like, little too complicated. We'll pull this out next year. So there you go. Well, that's exciting. And hey, Soja, good to see you. Sup? Oh, wait, forgot. I can't go this way now. Put all these fences here, and I, like, kind of screwed myself up a bit. What resource do I still need? Do I need carbs again? I don't know. Yeah, Youngling King, aren't you, like, 1 year older? Like, just gonna just put that out there real quick. I thought you were just, like, 1 more older. All right, let's drop this guy right about here and see what we need to get. Yeah, we need carbs again, man. I need to get some banana trees inside the base. Oh, okay, King. Sounds good. All right, let's head on. Nope, not a banana tree we can use. Here we go. There's some carbs. Delicious. Not really like the best source of carbs. Oh, you stupid wandering spider. See it? Brazilian wandering spider. All right, well, now we have a fever, which is awesome, but got rid of the poison. I see that snake there, not dealing with that. So it's the wet season, so I'm not too worried about like a fever or anything like that. But I want to try to find some of these mushrooms to stay awake a little bit longer here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why, but you can only find typically like 3 on this tree. Eat bananas and drink water. It is fantastic for cramps. It's that potassium there. Not answering that spam risk call. I love how phones are all like spam risk now. Like they tell you when you're about ready to get a spam call. It's so much fun. You have cricket tomorrow? That sounds like a good time. I've only watched cricket. I've never gotten a chance to actually play it before. So it seems like a really fun game. But I've just never really had a chance to. Alright, so we got 3 pieces of this caiman meat. Unfortunately, don't have enough space there for it. Like insect or the game? It's a good question. Are you talking about the insects or the game? You gotta go catch some insects or what? All right. So even though we just got bit, I'm still gonna keeping on. We need some planks, so let's go ahead and get some planks here. Probably would have been great if I kept the plank down from below, but whatever. All right, 2 planks. I respect that. It's a fascinating sport. Like, don't get me wrong. I barely understand the rules of it. Like, I couldn't play it or like at all. But I've definitely watched it, and it's fascinating to watch. All right, let's move this guy. It's a good place for our crockhead. You know what? Right here. Right here is a great place for this crockhead.
Thirsty.
You thirsty, Jake? Let's get it done. Double tapped. All right, and Gatorhead. Man, that's a big Gatorhead. Such a cool trophy, though. Love that one. See, I love when you guys are all like, American football or real football. And it's just like, I hate American football too. So you guys can just say real football and I know what you're talking about. I know most of you are European. And so, like, I know what you guys are talking about. American football is very, very boring, in my opinion. Which I am probably going to get so much hate for that if I turn that into a short. I might do that. That might be a fun time for me. All right, so, I'm literally just trying to get some extra carbs real quick, but I'm going to go to sleep and sleep off the rest of this fever. And then I'll head on back down and keep working on the, what's it called? The mud bricks that I need to bring up today. I'm only doing one run of mud bricks because it takes so long. But I have to kind of get it done. So there you go. Depressing looking game? I mean, what's the statistic? Like, if you play professional football, you have like a 1 out of 3 chance of getting like permanent brain damage or something like that. And like your odds of actually holding on to the money that you earned are even slimmer. Like it's not like it's a glamorous job, but like it's not that great for long-term strategy. Like, I mean, there's tons of professional athletes now. And I mean, I'm not trying to knock them or anything like that, but there's tons of professional athletes now who are working just the same jobs that everybody else does, because after the sports injuries and things like that, there wasn't really anything to fall back on if they couldn't get like a coaching job or an alternate team or something like that. And so it's not that glamorous after the years of American football, you know? What's the free weekly game on Epic? It's actually been a while since I've opened up my Epic account, but I'm always down to download a free game. That's what Epic is to me. It's my free game downloader. Why is it so hard to find carbs right now? It's like typically the easiest thing in the world to find are the carbs. But I'm just not finding any carbs. Found leeches. Can I just eat the leeches? No, I've never had a copy of FIFA before. I've never played it, which I know sounds kind of ridiculous, but yeah, I've never played FIFA. When that's actually like so I have a sister, right? I have an older sister. I don't talk about my family that much because I don't really talk with my family anymore. But my sister won a contest when we were kids to like meet DC United and stuff like that. So like that's the only time that I've ever gone to a game was like a DC United, and they were playing, I don't remember, a team from Spain, I think. I can't recall. But either way. Do I make money from streaming? Yeah. So I consider myself a full-time YouTuber because this is all I do every day. Not game, but we run 2 channels. One channel is like news and politics focused and like financial stuff. Hey, Lucas, thanks for that follow. I appreciate it. But then the other channel, Base Legend, is all the gaming stuff. And so the other channel, the financial one, that one's held up by a bunch of brand sponsorships, and like we have clients and things like that we work with. And so that is the primary source of income, but it's all based in YouTube and content creation and stuff like that. You fell asleep at news? That's good. My other job is pretty boring compared to this one. Like I'd much rather be playing survival games and building bases and things like that. But yeah, my other job is basically just like, oh, there's a headline. Let's cover that. Oh, there's another tariff happening. Okay, let's cover the tariffs. You know, like that's my other gig. Not the biggest fan of how I have to deliver that content. It's very dry. And I'd rather kind of just indulge and have a little bit more fun with it. And that's why I enjoy the Base Legend content so much more. All right, let's get this mud back. just want to start this process, you know, or not start, finish this process. But we need mud bricks to do all of the water troughs. And if you're going to raise animals, you obviously want them to drink water and not die. And so it's kind of important, right? It's kind of important. I'm thinking about doing another water filter around where the watering troughs are, so that way during the dry seasons, it's not so brutal. All right, drop this mud in, and let's go get another one. And then this time, we're also going to fill up our flask here with some dirty river water. Oh, did I bring... I have one piece of charcoal. That's not enough charcoal. I'm going to need to make... Let's run over to the Anaconda camp and see if I can pull any charcoal out of that fire pit. Otherwise, I'm going to need to make a fire real quick. So this is just going to be a real quick detour. Just to get to the Anaconda camp here. Ooh, hang on. Forgot I just had to drink or eat all of my plantain lily. So let's go ahead and stock up on plantain lily again. There we go. What up, turtle? Well, tortoise. So moving on here, let's see. This is moment of truth right here. Oh yeah, campfire ash. That's all we needed was just one piece of campfire ash. That makes things so much nicer. Okay, so that means that we're not gonna need to bring back or make a fire out here, but with all this bamboo, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a little bit easier on myself. 2 seconds. This bamboo stick right here. We're bringing back a full load of these too. Make it a little easier on myself. Turtle. I don't have to check for leeches right now. The game tells you when you need to check for leeches. And so I currently am leech free and doing good. All right, last one we need. Turtle. There's a kids musician by the name of Perry Grip. And it's hilarious content. My kid loves them. And he does this song called Turtle, where he just says turtle over and over and over again, and then somebody comes in and just goes, "That's a tortoise." And it's just every time that somebody says something about turtles, I immediately think about Perry Grip, which says probably more about me than anything else, doesn't it? Appreciate that, Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I'm always down for stuff like that. And if you do start streaming, feel free. We try to give as many tips as possible, but like I firmly believe that there's enough room in the creator economy for kind of everybody to do what they need to do here. And so enjoy. I highly recommend you get into this. Like that's something I'm not going to be encouraging my kids to do it, but I'm going to be providing a very, very quick route to it. I want to show them that like, hey, you can start this business early. You can start streaming. You can start making content really early. And by the time you're 18, you could have a profitable enough business to kind of sustain you for the rest of your life. And so that's kind of more or less where I'm going to be showing my kids some things. Like I personally wish, wait, who's being mean? I don't know who's being mean right now. Don't be mean, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I'm very confused. I thought the YouTube comment was referring to Perry Grip, so I didn't know what happened there. But anyway, King, I see you in the other chat there. What's up, bud? All right, ditch this in there. Drop the campfire ash in there, and then dirty water. I wish the rain would pour on that, but it just doesn't want to pour. All right, grab 5 of these cleans. And then dump it in and we're good to go. All right, so this is one of the 2 stacks that we need to do. And then, of course, we'll have to get the other one done. So I also think that one of the longer treks that I need to make is I need to go back and get Wilson. Which, if you don't know, that's the volleyball that you can find in this game from Castaway, basically. Either way, Assassin's Creed, I hope you become a creator. It's a fun lifestyle. It's a fun business, too. Like, that's one of my, and I don't talk about this enough, but one of my favorite perks about being a creator is the affiliate streams. And we have teamed up with, or not teamed up, but we work with a company by the name of Lurkit to basically get access to early access games, beta copies, like full-fledged like AAA titles sometimes. And we get basically free games as long as we stream them, play them on our feeds, X amount of people watch them, that type of thing. And so we should kind of be like, that's one of my favorite things about this whole gaming business, is once you reach a certain level is just the free games. It's such a cool aspect of this, and there's probably been hundreds and hundreds of dollars of just free games and stuff that we just get access to. Like a good example is that was like the brand new Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ubisoft just sent us over a copy of it along with like the pre-order bonuses and stuff like that. Same thing with like the Quinfall, that MMO that we just played. Bunch of like bigger games too. So there you go, man. GTA 5 on Xbox 360. That's the one that I waited in line at GameStop to get. I was there for release night. Like I got a copy of GTA on release night. Love that game, man. I don't know how the mudlogs fall apart either. They're made with campfire ash, so like there's ash inside of them, I guess, to stiffen them up a little bit, Master of Food. But yeah, I've always kind of wondered how when you're building with mud, how the mud doesn't just fall apart. Like you look inside of that and you're like, it does not look like it would be that stable, you know? But alas, here we are. This stick doesn't need to be in there. So again, we're bringing back a full stack. Hey, that's awesome. Found that out by mistake. Let's try that again. And if I drop it, I drop it. But that's kind of cool. Oh man, this just sped up so fast. That's the worst part about this whole process, is having to back away slowly. And so if I can just plop them right here without them flying off, fantastic. What's happening? Wait, your prison... Okay, prison architect. Your prisoner had a 50-cent moment where he got shot 2 times with a shotgun and survived. Wow, okay. And then he got stabbed. And then I assume he died after the stabbing, right? That sounds like me in Project Zomboid the other day, where Dante had to shoot me like 5 times to execute my character. You're facing your biggest fear tomorrow, Nick? Best of luck to you, but I'm curious, what's your biggest fear? You don't have to tell me if you don't want, but either way. He dead now? Okay, that's good. And exactly, if it works, that's what matters, right? Exactly. Sounds good, Master of Food. You have a great rest of your day there, bud. See you again soon. Always a pleasure to have you here. I mean, that does actually sound like a good review of GTA 6. You guys getting pumped for GTA 6, or do you think it's going to be like several years from now? Because I kind of get that vibe that it's going to be several years from now. You know? I get that. I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is or what, but I get that vibe. Nick's biggest fear is taxes. That's every American's biggest fear. Which ironically, like, never mind. Not gonna go that route this time. Master of Food trying to make me go political again. That is hitting the spot today. Oh, it's delicious. Your biggest fear is needles. I understand that. When I hated getting shots for the longest time. I still do. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. Even though I have, like, tattoos that took hours and hours and hours of needle poking. And so, yeah, I understand that completely, Nick. Well, I'm hoping that that you catch it on a sale or something. And, again, perks of being a creator, free games. We're applying for the GTA 6 creator program when they release it. Try to get a free copy or two of that game. All right, so I went a little off-road here, or off-map. Not off-map, but just off the beaten path. I think I'm going to go... I want this tree. I want to find a beehive. Because if I can just find a beehive, I would be able to make honey at my base, which means that I'd be able to heal infections a lot easier. I want a medium rare steak. Man, I haven't had a steak in months. Damn, Master of Food, that sounds good. We'll probably stream GTA 6. It really depends on if my system can handle it, because like I play everything on PC, and as of late, some newer games coming out have not been playing that well on my system when they first release, and it takes a few patches. So we'll see. I'm hoping I get a chance to stream GTA 6. Because, and to put it frankly, I really hope that I'm going to get to stream GTA 6. Because if I don't stream, I don't play. Like, you guys are literally watching the only time that I game. Every single time that I stream, that's it. I've literally just decided to start streaming every time I game. And so that's, yeah, that's kind of the best way I can explain it. Yes, King. I'm right here. What's up? All right, where am I? I'm at 3723. 3723. Let's go the fun way. So sometimes those trees that I'm looking for are in caves. But I need to go on an expedition. We're going to the drug lab. No matter what, that's where we're heading, is the drug lab. But I figure why, like, stress about this? I know that there's a tree at the drug lab that's going to do what I need it to do, right? But there's also something I need to collect at the drug lab, so we'll handle that. Leeches. Sounds good, Nick. You have a great rest of your day there, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, GTA 6 probably would burn a hole through my motherboard, if I'm being frank. Like, that game's going to run so hot. That is a crazy age to be playing Black Ops. That is insane. My goodness. Like, I'm just now introducing my my 3-year-old into stuff like Pokemon. And that's one that, like, I'm sitting here just going, like, there's some scary episodes of Pokemon, you know? And so, yeah. All right, just running back through, getting to map 1 here. Make sure we don't step on any scorpions as we travel. Looks like we're clear. Okay. So like I said, we're going to get to map 1. Oh man, those are those really young cappies. Really cute. Love those. All right, let's head on back this way. This will take us over to the whoo, I hear you, Snaky. Glad we dodged that one. Dude, I'm actually I would love to see that, because I've only done a couple of the maps in Black Ops Zombies for Black Ops 6. And so I think what is it? Terminus and Liberty Falls are the only ones that I've done. And so I was going to do some Black Ops 6 the other day to stream, but it got way too laggy. And so again, like, I live in the desert of California, and so as things get hotter people go inside more frequently, and they yeah, they're sucking up all the bandwidth. And I did not realize how tired this character is. Just need to get over to the plane cave. So while we're over here, we also got to bring back at least one of the extra trophies that we're going to be bringing, right? And so what I mean by that is we either got to bring back a Jaguar head or a Wilson. And so that's what we got to do. Don't worry about that on my end, because I've actually never seen... I think I've only seen maybe about like 4 or 5 episodes of The Walking Dead. And so you're fine on my end. I ain't going to spoil anything. Alright, so let's go ahead, lay out some water collection here. Just kind of help myself out a little bit. Not going to have any food when I first wake up. I was stupid. I wasn't planning on doing this expedition, but to be honest with you, I build so much in this game that sometimes I just get bored. And so we'll lay all this stuff out, go to bed real fast, and cook some food in the morning or just find it. The only thing I really need to find is protein. Perfect. Wake up like kind of in the afternoon here. So it's been raining for like 2-3 days straight, which tells me that we're pretty much at the dry season. It's going to shift over to the dry season in the next couple days here. And so just be ready for that. All right, not the best, but good enough to kind of get our carbs going a little. Where's the other? There it is. Wait, I had coconuts. Cool, let's get some fats. And then that means that all we got left are proteins. Oh, I hear a tribal. Where are you? I hear you. I don't see you yet. There you are. See him? Boom, headshot. Boom, headshot. Okay. Well, that was surprisingly easy. All right, let me go ahead and just cut these guys down. Dude, I love Payday 2. Oh my God, Payday 2 is like that game and me go way back. So Payday 2 was the game that like my crew of friends played religiously, and so I have hundreds of hours in Payday 2. Big Payday 2 fan. Not the biggest fan of the third one, which I've only played like a little bit of. But yeah, big fan of that. You terrible snake. Nobody likes you. All right, well, let's go back to this cave. Let's go sleep for a little bit. That always happens. Every single time that I make this a little backstop for me, we always get attacked right here. And then I have to, like, take a little break to get rid of a fever. So dumb. Yep, I get it. You're sick, blah, blah, blah. So thirsty. Yeah, there we go. Was able to salvage. That's one of the reasons, and this is like just a little green hell tip if you're a noob. When you get a fever, you're going to get dehydrated unless you sleep it off. And so the best way to get rid of a fever, like, yeah, you can find the mushrooms and just end it quickly, but the best way to handle a fever is just sleep it off. Just find a bed, sleep, get rid of all the moodlets, and then come back and you'll be good to go. Prison Architect stream, if I had a copy of it, I'd do Prison Architect. But I currently don't have a copy of that one. And we have like 5 or 6 affiliate streams right now. Hey, Mary. We have like 5 or 6 affiliate streams right now that I need to get knocked out before I can do any more content, like new games and stuff like that. And so we got a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipeline. Games that are like completely different than the stuff we normally play on Base Legend. All right, this is what I'm looking for. I think this is what I'm looking for. Where is it? Did I overshoot it? Like, if I overshoot it, it's fine. You just keep walking. But I thought we would have a little bit more room here. I think we overshot it. Sounds good, Assassin's Creed. Always a pleasure having you. Hey, Queen. Good to see you. Alright, so we're going back to the drug lab. I thought the cave was like right around here. Hang on one sec. 4420. Back to this map. Alright, 4420. So we're right here at that curve. So yeah, either the cave's here or we'll just run past the cave. But there's a really quick access to kind of get us back where we need to go a little bit faster. But either way, we'll make it back in good time. Alright, let's skip the cave. Let's just go the long way. And I guess technically it's not even that longer. Like it's about the same distance. It's just less turns and less annoying stuff to run past. But either way. And again, we got to come back with either Wilson. Oh, was that a... That was dumb. That was a stingray. Those are fun ones to encounter while you're out and about. And that's why you don't run through ankle-deep water in this game. So for this one, we need a plantain lily, but I almost feel like just keep running and I'll find something. Just got to be careful not to let it stack. Hello, a little bit of energy. Perfect. Alright, so let's see if we got leeches or anything else. But I'm pretty sure all it is a stingray bite. There's the stingray bite right there. You know, I have charcoal. Nah, not worth it. Not worth it. Alright, so this is the access point for the starting area, and then you come out of the starting area and start heading this way towards the drug lab. And so we are on the right track here. And I'm also just keeping my eyes open for plantain lily so I can fix this poison. But then the other thing is we got broken armor too. What's it? This one? Yeah, this one's broken. So we'll need to replace that when we get up to the drug lab. Alright, hang on. There's a way down this way. Let me find it real quick. Sounds good, Assassin's Creed. See you later, buddy. You have a great rest of your day, alright? No, not that way. Guess we gotta go this way. So the poison's almost done, but we still have a fever. But just need to sleep this one off and we'll be alright. Sleep this off and not get attacked by anything. Sorry, just giving myself a little more energy until the poison disappears. Okay. So poison's gone now. Now we just have the fever to deal with the drug labs like right around the corner here. It's fun when you actually get to a point where you know this map, and you like, I don't know. When I first got into this, I didn't even know that there were like physical structures in this game. I thought like you just be dropped into the Amazon with absolutely nothing going for you, right?
Thirsty.
But of course, that gets changed very quickly. All right, so Jakey Boy just told us that he was thirsty. There's my old fire from before I I took off some other things here. All right, if Jake's thirsty, now let's make this a little bit easier for myself. Which one had those coconuts? There it is, right there. All right, get my arrows back. Oop, 2 seconds, guys. Hey, Mario, what's up? It should definitely be out on Instagram. I use the Facebook Business Manager. I mean, I can double check it, but it should be out on Instagram. 1 second.
$20.25. 2025 is a transformational year.
Oh, joys of working with clients. Sorry about that, everybody. One sec. Let me get all these chats back up on the screen. I'd go into the details, but long story short, one of our clients' social posts didn't fire, and so they're coming at me saying like, "Hey, this didn't happen, and all this other stuff," and I'm sitting there just getting like, I mean, your Instagram reel's too long, and so I'm sorry it didn't fire. All right, let's get back into this. Let me just pull open these feeds real fast. There we go. And then he said he was going to give me a call right back. And so that's super exciting, isn't it? And so once he gives me a call, I'll take that real fast. But give me just a couple seconds here. We'll get back into the game for right now. Sorry about that, everybody. Super annoying when that stuff happens. Okay. So we're tired. Let's go to bed. So really, we're going to hang out here for a little bit, but it won't be that bad, okay? Just need to see if there's any extra food or anything that I left behind. But I'm pretty sure I grabbed everything when I took off. I have this meat here in case I need it. We got all these coconuts. Try to get as much of this done as possible. Yeah, there we go. So that's at least going to help our fats. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Kind of took a shot at the, what's it called? The water maker there. All right, lay out some of these just to get some water because I'm still pretty thirsty. I need protein too. And so this meat is going to be kind of important. I want to probably use that. Let me go ahead and grab this. I didn't grab the wooden spoon this time around. And so that's one thing that... oh, hang on. He's letting me know that they're going to recut the video. Just letting them know that I'm on this. All right, man, that's... It's not like I was getting blamed for something that wasn't my fault, you know? But it's kind of one of those things where it's just like when you're... Everybody wants to be the go-to guy in the business that I work in. But then when you are the go-to guy, you do have to deal with some things that are just like, yeah. A little frustrating, but it's all good. All right, back to the game. Don't need to worry about frustrating things. Back to the game. So again, it doesn't look like we have any resources left. I'm pretty sure I've gotten all of them, and that's just been confirmed. So no worries at all. Got enough water here to at least start our hydration process, which is super exciting. This meat. I would really like to cook this meat. Like, we don't really need it, but it would be pretty handy. But anyway, the whole reason why we came all the way out to the drug lab. There we go, some extra fats. Should be another one right here. Yep. Would love to find some protein, though. That's like the big thing to find. I also need to find some banana trees to make some armor real quick, since that stingray took our armor. But on the other, like on the edge of the drug lab, let's get the snake so we don't accidentally hit it. There is a trap and I forgot to get it when I first got here, but this thing, the killer trap. This thing is brutal. And what you do is you just arm it like that, and then you put some food or fruit down here, and then when any animal walks into it to eat the fruit, just smack, and it kills all of them. And it's super fun. I love that one. Okay. But that's not what we're focused on here. We're at the drug lab for a purpose. What time is it? Just kind of became daytime, didn't it? Yep, 7 a.m. All right, we're heading over here because in addition to the killer trap, I also needed to get this. And this is a tree that I know exists because I've used it so many times before. But I know where there's a few others. This is one that's just pretty consistent about giving me what I need. Yep, and that's exactly what we need right there. So we're going to get a little bit of honey. Get these bees off of me. Bees. There we go. Honeycomb. Unlock the beehive. Get that done. So really trying to think about the best play here. Because like I do need to go get Wilson. I haven't been attacked by a jaguar. But I also really need protein. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. It's a little dumb, but it makes sense in my world. We're gonna make ourselves a little just hut here, so that way I can cook something real fast before we continue onward. This won't take too long, because literally all the resources we need are just around us. But it would be cool to be able to cook something and get our protein up. And I'll even go hunt something else rather than just kind of do nothing. Look at that. Bone needles, cat fangs. Fantastic. I definitely stopped here before. All right, let's get some small sticks, or some long sticks rather. Get that one. There we go. All right, and then just 2 more. This will do. Hopefully we have enough ropes here. If not, I mean, that won't take that long, right? Okay, and then cutting down that palm tree right next to us was kind of a strategic move, because all we need is just a simple roof here. And now we also get to refill our fiber, which is even cooler, because I just used all of it. Is that it? Really? Okay, there's a couple more here. I think, what, we need 1 left? Oh, wait, no. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better that we need 5. And 5. There we go. All right. So now we can cook this thing. See, there's the honeycomb. Love that. Now we can cook this thing and do it properly. And I'm going to go hunt something too, so that way I can get more than just this one piece of meat. There's so many different varieties of animals over here. So just going to head over here. But when you... there we go. Oh, man, I missed. There we go. I'll take that. I was talking about needing protein. Well, there you go. There's some protein. Protein right there. And what's great... Oh, wait, no. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I didn't want to harvest you. Wanted to collect the trophy off your head. Oh, that was kind of lame. Not that happy about that, to be honest with you. That was my own fault, so like I can't be too upset about it. Like, I only have myself to blame there. But it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, man, That was an oversight. So, anyway, get this big cat meat on here. In the meantime, while that's cooking up, let's go ahead and just chop this down so we can finish making some more armor. So dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but that one was dumb. I've been talking about how I need a Jaguar's head for the longest time, and I finally get the opportunity to get a Jaguar head, and of course the first thing I do is I just chop it up for food instead of cutting its head off. So lame. Oh well. Alright. Can't cry over spilt milk, right? Is that the saying? Do people still use that saying? Is there still an epidemic of people spilling their milk and crying over it? Are people still drinking milk? Like, actually, I feel like I should start with that question. Like, is milk something still that people drink? I can't remember the last time I drank milk. Oh, there's nothing else in here, and I guess we're heading down to go get Wilson, instead of anything else, right? Just cook up our dinner or lunch here for the road. Man, you know what? I don't feel like waiting. Do you guys know that you could do this? If you just have a little, and I mean a little bit of water in your flask, you can douse your fire like this, and it stops your cooking. And it doesn't, like, it won't go bad if it's sitting on a fireplace. And so it's a little bit of a, just a little trick. If you don't want to sit around and wait for your food. I guess you could just also take it off, but now I have a fire here. Okay, let me think. I need to head west, so we're gonna head this way to the coast. Still feel so dumb about that Jaguar, but whatever. I need to move on, move past it. I know when you collect a trophy from like a Wahara or something like that, you get a skull, like just the skull, like not their head. And I wonder what you can do mounting the head wise, mounting the skull wise. All right, let's go get the Easter egg. Ugh, of course. Damn it. Brazilian wandering spider right there. So we're at full health. So I'm not sweating that one, even though we have 3 stacks of poison. What up, Croc? Love how their necks stretch out. All right, but anyway, right around this rock at the edge of the map, if you guys didn't know this, check this out. 5427 are your coordinates. You go right to the edge here, and then just go around this rock. And guess who you'll find? Wilson! There he is. Every survival game needs to have a Wilson. Right? That's at least what I think. I don't know how accurate that statement is. But every survival game needs to have a Wilson. So this is coming back with us. It doesn't do anything, but you can put it on top of an armor stand. Avoid these snakes and such. Trying not to get bit more. That's the spider that got me. Whatever was chittering over here. See it right there? That's the spider that got me. That Brazilian wandering spider. Ridiculous. But either way, we'll just get back to the drug lab, sleep this off. If I find any medicine, I'll take some of that too. But it doesn't look like we're going to get any medicine. I'm going to go to a couple places. Actually, you know what? I think I saw some tobacco up here. And this is one of the lesser known ways to heal something. Where did I see that tobacco? Alright, so hanging out here for a bit again. Because I gotta kind of handle this poison situation from that spider. I just saw tobacco leaves. Where did I see them? How did I see this tobacco? Is it over here? No, I'm not seeing it anymore. Oh well. There's a couple other spots I can check for like a plantain lily or tobacco. Can even check this killer trap again, but hey, somebody activated it, but they didn't catch him. Alright, should be a couple medicinal plants back this way. I've had so many bases at the drug lab that finding resources around here pretty straightforward. And so there's a couple areas to check for like the medicinal plants. That's also something about this game that you'll learn, is that the medicinal plants all spawn in the same locations. And so if you know where one of them is, like there's one, if you know where one of the medicinal herbs is, and it's not what you're looking for, and you can wait a day or two, chop down what you find, and then check back the next day, like there's a Molinera, and then you should be able to kind of survive a little bit longer. Just not trying to go with like one stack of poison here. Alright, not looking that promising though. Gonna have to sleep it off and see what happens. Crazy. I could have sworn that I saw some tobacco around here. But either way, we're down to one stack. We should be alright. Like, we should be able to sleep through. You can, if you have full health, 2-3 stacks of poison isn't life-threatening, but you have to have full health when you first get bit. And so luckily, we had full health when that happened. So let's see. Yep, salvaged it. Not the best salvage, but it happened. Alright, so we have 0 water right now from being all dehydrated and stuff. Let's go take care of that. So it's like the 5th day of straight rain, so yeah, we're about ready to get the dry season here. Alright, so we got leeches, so let's handle that first. There they are. Okay. See, it's always the expeditions away from the base. That's what ends up getting me. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm at the base and everything's like secure and stuff like that, everything's great. But it's every time that I end up going away from the base to just go get something I forgot. That's when I run into these issues. This meat won't even really like do anything right now. It's just going to kind of help me get a little bit more health. But yeah, there's no fat attached to it. There we go. Got our water up all the way. Just going to wait for this big cat meat. See, and now we got this nice little backstop here at the drug lab. So we're going to go the opposite way that we came from when we go back here. There's 2 ways to leave the drug lab, and one of those ways is so much better. And so, just douse this out real fast. We're not going to need it, but I almost feel obligated to scoop up some of this water here and bring it with me. So there you go. All right, so we got 35 water on us. We're heading this way now. In survival, they make it really easy to do this. In the story mode, I don't think that this log exists, but you can still get down just from kind of like hugging the walls and stuff like that. Oh, heard that snake. See, this is why I should probably not sprint through the Amazon. But you also know what? I left Wilson behind. No volleyballs left behind today. All right, we're not gonna leave Wilson behind because we don't have enough rope. So let's go back and get him. And then one of the first things that we'll build is an armor rack. Maybe, I don't know. I wonder if you can put Wilson on like a trophy rack or something. Hang on, this doesn't feel right just calling him Ball. Okay, name Wilson. There we go. All right, Wilson, come on. Let's go. I wonder, like, okay, it's obviously it's a football, right? Or an American soccer ball. And in the movie Castaway, Tom Hanks has a volleyball, right? But I don't think that like the whole character of Wilson was copywritten. So I'm just not entirely sure why it's like this. You know what I mean? But anyway, you know what I just realized? I'm not going to be able to go this way because I can't climb with Wilson. And so I don't have an exploit set up that way. Okay. All right, we just got to go the long way. No worries. You guys know that you could Skyrim down some of the cliffs in this game? Super fun. You should try it. Play with the collision sometimes. Green Hell doesn't have to be so hellish after you understand the mechanics. And so that's just my 2 cents on it. All right, so what's unfortunate is we're now going to be sprinting through... Oh, spider. We're going to sprint through the wilderness here with a soccer ball in our hands. So if we get attacked by anything, there's nothing we can really do. That's a bad section. I've never had success scaling down this section. Hang on, we got to go back. Sorry, just look for the rocks. That's the key to scaling in this game, is just look for rocks that are kind of sloped. You know what I mean? That's your best bet. Is that a bird's nest? I just used the last of my fiber, so I might as well just gather this. Okay. See, now that's all the trees that I was looking for before. And now they're all in map 1. They're just never available to you. Okay. Almost there. Love that just ominous coconut rolling down the hill. So much fun. But yeah, having to run through Green Hell without your map and compass, so much fun. Always a great challenge to see if you actually remember this map without having to look at it. Because that's something that's really cool about this game. I don't think a lot of people recognize that, because they get into games that have map and compass, right? Hang on, I got leeches. They get into games that have maps and compasses, and like all sense of just regular direction gets lost. You can navigate this entire... Where'd Wilson go? Okay. You can navigate this entire map without your map or compass, just from looking for landmarks and stuff like that. And so like here, I just found the road. And so, ooh, spider. These stupid Brazilian wandering spiders. That's what keeps getting me. That's what keeps biting me, is I'm sprinting by. I see that. I see that. All right, Wilson, don't roll too far. Stop rolling. Don't go in the water, Wilson. Right there. Okay, thank you. All right, this time we're going to be a little smart. This is tobacco. And I try to travel with one of the medicinal herbs on me, whether it's a plantain lily or tobacco. And then we're going to be careful walking this stream. There's specifically in these like really shallow streams right there. You see them? That's the stingray. And they are super hard to spot when you're running through the streams. And so the streams are some of the easiest ways to travel in this game. But if you don't know what you're looking for with the stingrays, I mean, they don't poison you that much. It's like, I think it's 1 stack of fever and then 2 stacks of poison. So it's not bad, but like there's another one right there in the middle of the walkway. So I mean, like, again, if you don't know what you're looking for, you can get pretty screwed in this game pretty quickly. All right, so here's... Okay, nope, need to go up. Again, I'm just trying to locate things based on my surroundings, which is going to be a little tricky here. But we're heading our way over to the bamboo bridge, which is going to take a little bit. And if I hear a growl, this is going to get interesting. Luckily, haven't heard a growl so far. Alright, so this drops off. So we need to go around it. No? No, okay, I lost. Okay. I know where I'm at. What up, armadillo? Alright, sit tight for a second. Let's find a safe place for Wilson. Right there. Alright, map check. 4419. So we're at 4419. We're like smack dab in the middle here. So if I just keep heading east, I'll get there. Something's walking over there. Okay, there it is. I think there's also a pig. Alright, which direction's east? This direction's east. Grab Wilson. Keep going this way. I do love just running through the Amazon and having all like the coconuts fall and all the other miscellaneous stuff. Like it's, I don't know, Green Hell is such a beautiful, beautiful game. No, I want to go this way. We want to go around this little bend here. But just a gorgeous, gorgeous game. We're slowly getting over to where we need to go. It's the downed car over there. Yeah, just keep moving. Come on, get up on here. There we go. Just keep on keeping on. Eventually we'll get to the bamboo bridge this way. Wait, this is a gold mine. I got it turned around. Okay. That happens a lot. Running through the Amazon without a map. Like again, you have landmarks, but it's so easy to get turned around. See if we can get going here. And thank you for 2212. Appreciate those subs. That's one thing ever since we started multi-streaming on like TikTok and Twitch simultaneously in addition to YouTube. It has gotten a little harder to keep track of the new subs coming in on our YouTube, so I do apologize. Damn it! Alright, well we're going to keep on moving. No, we're not. We're going to be smart about this. Alright, so first things first. Wilson, just park it right there. Tobacco leaves, craft, bandage, tobacco dressing. Alright, and then inspect. That got the bite. There it is. So tobacco dressings help deal with infections, or not infections, poison. And so it takes a little while for the poison to go down, but once it does, it'll be super quick, right? All right, so hang on. The ball's going to move or roll if I do it right there, so let's put it right here. Okay, this tree is the most important thing to me right now because of this. Heart of Palm. So I'm already getting really, really tired just from kind of being out and about all day long. I almost feel like I need to go to one of my backstops. I'm thinking that might be the best bet. And the closest one is probably the downed plane cave. So anyway, the bandage already finished up, and I have no more poison, and so we don't have to worry about that. And then I have one more tobacco leaf. All right, so Wilson's gonna roll, but I want all that fruit. I'm kind of waiting a little bit and biding my time to see if I can get a couple of extra resources. Oh, it's the flies on that corpse. I was like, what is that sound? All right, which direction am I going? Opposite way I need to be heading. Just looking for a couple blue mushrooms. Doesn't look like we're going to find any. But we found leeches. It's exciting. Okay.
Thirsty.
So we're going to pause here for 2 seconds. Take a little water hydration break here. Love it. Okay. So 46:21. Where are we at? 46. We went backwards a little bit. 21. Okay, so we're here. Let's get to here. So head east and south around this bend. Find these leeches first. There they are. All right, so east and south. Got it. There's a chance if I get any more tired, I'm going to stop and create a bed real fast. But I'm going to try to get through this as quick as I can. But having a fever definitely makes you tired.
I need to rest.
In fact, with him saying that I need to rest, it's just a smart play right here. Put Wilson somewhere he's not going to roll away. Right there on that tree. Fantastic. Cool. All right. Try to make this as quick as possible. Don't know why I cut down the other tree. I should have just gone straight to this one. The others don't have 10 on them. They only have like 7 or 8. All right, make sure Wilson is not inside of a tree. Let's put him on this stump. Perfect. All right, let's sleep. Let's sleep. Have a little bit better of a time here. All right, no more fever. Okay, so it's still raining. Let's see if it keeps raining. How are we doing otherwise? Need water, need fat, but otherwise we're doing okay. Okay. Sorry, that's a passive animal. It looked like a puma for a second. All right, so heading down this way. I got a ton of water set up at the what cave is that? The down plane cave. And so that's our next location, is that water. Ooh, blue mushrooms. All right, Wilson. You hang out inside the tree for a sec. Let's grab these. So I do have enough like energy and stuff to get home right now with my current resources after I stop off and get some water. Which one of these did I put you in? There you are. And so let me just stop off, get some water, and then we'll get back to the base. I know I needed to make this trip for the longest time. And so I knew it was going to take a long time, but it was super worth it just to get it done. Just to get that killer trap and to go back get Wilson. That's a new one. It's rare to see a rattlesnake on a rock like that. Definitely a new one. Alright, so Plain Cave is just right up ahead here. Nothing too special. Just gonna stop, get some water real fast. Love how I just have all that stacked up right there. Okay. Water. Delicious. Alright, so now we can head over to the bamboo bridge. Start working our way down to the base. Still can't believe that I didn't... I wanted to bring back the a jaguar head instead of Wilson, but ended up killing the only jaguar, or I'm sorry, not killing, but I ended up just dismembering the only jaguar that came out, as opposed to taking a trophy. I just carved him up for food. It's my own fault, you know, so I can't be upset about it. All right, we're almost there. It's a great base location right here, by the way. In the Spirits of the Amazonia version, that becomes a freshwater spring. And so it is super easy to get clean water from that spot. In the non-Spirits of the Amazonia version, and even in Spirits of Amazonia version, it's a great place to just get mud without having to be like next to a riverbank. All right, there's the bamboo bridge. There's a snake right in front of it too. Dodge you. All right, heading over into map 2 finally. So Wilson is probably the smallest thing that I've tried the exploit with so far. Actually, that's not true. Smallest thing I did with the exploit was some long bamboo sticks. And so I'm hoping that that'd be pretty much about the same there. This is one of my favorite like entrances though. Is when you first... Oh, actually, it's not... Hang on. Sorry, usually when there's an animal standing right in front of you like that, sometimes it's like a jaguar or something. And so you just need to be a little careful with it. But anyway, so when you first come into map 2, you don't come in on this side. You come down on a side that basically takes you right up to the water's edge. And if you do it properly, it's like your first encounter with a black caiman, and it is super, super cool. Just thought I'd point that out. Alright, so we just gotta go around this way now. Avoid the caves, because I always end up going into the caves and I don't need to. In fact, let's just go down to the water, where the Anaconda camp is. We're in Puma territory, so I gotta be a little careful. I don't know if there's much of a difference between how the pumas and the jaguars like stalk you and stuff. But if there is, I have yet to figure it out. I know that the pumas are more powerful, but yeah, that's about it. All right, almost down to Anaconda camp. So we got to be careful. Again, there's going to be stingrays in the water. Once you get into the swimmable water, there's piranhas. And then, of course, the black caiman is like... Yep, there's a black caiman right next to me. Heard that growl. See if I can see him. Get up here. They're fast, too. Like, they seem really slow when you first encounter them, but they're super fast. There he is. See him? Cool little creature. And what I think makes them more dangerous than some of the, like, big cats is, like, they're very unpredictable. Sometimes they'll growl and give you the warning. Sometimes they'll just be like, chomp, you know? And so, all right, quick stop for leeches. We're almost home. Map 2, I don't know if it's actually smaller than map 1, but it seems ridiculously shorter than map 1. All right, there's Wilson. Here's where we need to head. Right? This is it? Yeah, this is it. Fantastic. I love how this stream started out with, okay, let's go get some mud and bring it up to the airport. And I have gotten 1 stack of mud loaded into this cart the whole time. But I got my volleyball, or well, soccer ball. All right, so this is the tricky one because he might roll. Oh man, Wilson. Come on, buddy. You're coming with me. Like you are coming with me. I'm making this happen. All right, how can we do this? I'm wondering if I put a mud brick up there. Oh, oh. All right. Just had to work it for a little bit. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I want Wilson at the airport. Wilson! Okay, so Wilson rolls. So I gotta make sure that he goes all the way back here. There we go. All right, now this is going to be the tricky one. Actually, it's not, because I only put 20 logs in this one instead of 21. That was a smart move. That was genius of me. Should have done that with the other one. Okay. All right. Let's get our boy. Yeah, buddy. Not going to drop him until I'm away from this ledge, just because I know the roll mechanic. Oh, yeah. Can I put him in the cart? Does he stay in the cart? I don't want to lose him. But, like, if the cart tips over, am I going to lose Wilson? Yeah. Yeah. That's not happening. Wilson, come here. We're taking you back. Taking you back by myself. Was that rain? Okay. I thought we were in the dry season, but I'll take a little bit of rain right now. Oh, man. Wilson at the airport. I love it. So I was... What time is it? It's like 4:10. I started a little bit late. I think I'm not going to bother getting a full stack of mud bricks, but I do need to go back and get the mud that I did collect and bring that cart back to me. And then I think Wilson does need a place to kind of like call his home here. And so we'll take care of that real fast. Home sweet home. All right, armor stand. Armor stand. Where's the armor stand? I don't build this thing often enough, so I never remember. There it is. All right, so we'll put... I didn't mean to put one there. We'll get rid of that. Let's put this armor stand with Wilson. So hang on. So we're doing the metalworking upstairs, so I haven't really built that out yet. Wilson, you can go right here. It's a good place for Wilson. All right, so a log and 2 sticks. Easy enough. So just grab 1 log, 2 logs, and then top log we'll just harvest. Make it really simple on ourselves. Oh, guess we already have full sticks. Weird. All right, there's logs. What are you saying? Oh, that's right. I remember I filled up my inventory with bamboo sticks. Hang on, what's out there? Just pigs? Okay, just pigs. All right, drop all these in. And then we can go pick up those regular sticks. So the next time I play Green Hell, I'll actually focus on doing building. Oh man, one rope short, seriously. That's the worst when you're one rope short. Because you have to run all the way out here. You know what? Let's go. If we're gonna run out here and go get rope, let's go get our cart with that mud. Just bring that all back. Man, the difference in lag when I get up to the base versus when I am away from the base is insane. Like it's actually, I haven't noticed it in a long time because it's been a while since I've left the base. Like a far distance, that is. But yeah, it is noticeably different here. Alright, so we're heading out, but luckily this time around we got these delicious mushrooms to eat. Get our energy levels up. We need some carbs, so we'll stop at our bananas. And then get some fats too. Probably don't need to keep all of these Brazil nut bowls at this point, but I don't want to get rid of them until I've had a chance to finish all the painting that I need to do. Just because sometimes you find like psychotria on the ground, or like the yellow mushrooms or something like that, and you don't want to let them go bad while you're waiting to do some painting. And so, I don't know, it's just personal preference, I guess. Alright, there's our mud bricks. Not going to bother going down and getting another stack. This should be enough to do like 1 or 2 beehives and all of the water troughs. And I guess the 1 insect bowl that I have out. And so this should be enough mud to kind of do the stuff that I need to do with the mud. We'll find out though. But alright, next time we're going to make sure that we finish one of these buildings. And so I might make tomorrow, since it's kind of a light day on my end, I might make tomorrow a long stream and do like one of those all-day streams again. Just so we can get this guy done. I want to finish this base. Like I've been working on it for I think a month now. And so there's a lot that I still want to do with it. But I'm ready to kind of just get it done, you know? Alright, so we'll take 1 mud brick. Put it right here. Love that. So you just fill it up with insects, spiders, and stuff like that. And so I'll probably set up a couple spider traps and things. But either way. Okay, and then the other mud we can just leave right there because I don't have any sticks out. I actually don't have any sticks right now. That's kind of surprising not to have any sticks. Alright, hey Wilson, finally got a place for you to go. Let's put in this last piece of rope. And then Wilson goes right on top. Oh, really? Is it backwards? Seriously? Wait, no, it's not backwards. Just make sure I can see your face. Yep, alright, we're good. We're good. And then we'll worry about making some spare armor for our Wilson very shortly. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for me today. I'm thinking about just doing an extra stream tomorrow, just to keep working on this base, and it's kind of been a lighter week with the other work that I do. And so I'm thinking about kind of just taking some extra time to work on this build, and chatting and hanging out and all day and that type of thing. But either way, guys, if you are a fan of base building, if you are a fan of like survival games and horror games and like strategy games, pretty much anything that has a base building mechanic, that is what we do all day, every day here at Base Legend. We build bases in video games, and if that's something that you want to hang out with us and do, please join us. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all that fun stuff. We host contests to see who can build the best bases in our community. We try to just have as much fun as possible. And so either way, thank you guys for hanging out with me. for the entirety of the stream. Those of you who did, or for if you just popped in for a couple seconds here, appreciate that too. Thank you guys very, very, very much. I'm just going to put these logs down and then be done. And then in the meantime, I'm just stalling. Just kind of hanging out here and stalling while I put in that log. And then it looks like that log. And then that's it. That's all the logs we need here. Cool. Fantastic. Let's get this in over here. So there you go, guys. That's it for today. Tomorrow, I'll probably be on midday, different time than my normal time. Looking forward to it, though. Should be a good time for everybody involved, as always. So thank you, guys. Sorry, I want to keep things clean, right? Stupid centipede. Those are palm leaves. I thought those were banana leaves. Whoops. All right, don't need to waste our time then. I thought these were supposed to be palm leaves. Or banana leaves. Anyway, all right, guys. I'm out of here. Let me just do an exit save. See you guys tomorrow. Make sure to hit that like button. Thanks for 2213. Appreciate the subs today, guys. That's mighty kind of you guys. We're on the road to 2,500 and 10,000 on TikTok. That's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, yeah, have a great rest of your Thursday. See you soon.